Then, Gidio, my time. Even if it were a film, I would have passed it on my day of farewell, saying it was over, biting his lip in silence. Demoko Gidio said the day of your farewell is the first house we are going to. Why? She asked. I said I will support you. Then, Barakat his elder brother said he had a feast and went straight to your house. Gidio's joy was mixed with sorrow, and he made a plan. Then they went straight home, and when they returned, the whole area around Gidio darkened. He held the church tightly and said, "My head is the church." She also said, "What will happen to me?" She said, "My head, my church, is hurting me. Everything is dark to me," she said. "The church is not a place for me. It is filled with darkness. Nothing will happen to me. The sun will rise," she said. Then, as usual, she sat down and said, "I want to go to the hospital to see Connor." She tried to shake her hand from his, saying, "Don't go anywhere. Support me. My head is about to burst," she said in fear, holding her tightly. Gidio always falls but says this, but he doesn't know. She started to tremble and shake. Before a few minutes, the laughter and joy they had turned into sadness. Gidio, as usual, searched for his face, wiping his tears. "My church is strong. I also have everything dark to me," she said. The fasting tears fell, and the church was shaking and trembling. She said, "Immediately, everyone in the house gathered and said loudly." Gidio immediately fainted. His friends were crying. Most of them, as before, were shocked. They said, "He will wake up," but even if they watched him for 3 hours, he could not wake up. The church was only holding on to 2 things, shaking me, saying, "It's a lie, wake up," but he was not joking. Finally, an ambulance came and took him. The ambulance rushed to Jima General Hospital. The doctors immediately admitted him to the emergency room. Only the church and the nurse were there. The church did not speak. She was only holding the bed for treatment. She was only trembling and shaking on the door. The others followed their friends, asking the secretary where they were. They reached the ward. They asked how it was now. The doctors had not yet come out. Everyone was anxious and started waiting. Then, after at least an hour of waiting, the doctors came out. Everyone was relieved and asked the doctor, "How is it?" One doctor stayed behind, and the others left without showing their faces. Everyone was afraid. The church was the first to faint. The doctor coughed and tried to speak. The church said, "Doctor, please don't tell me the bad news. Please don't tell me he died." She cried 3 times. The doctor said he was alive. We gave all the help we could, but still, no one woke up. The necessary treatment was given. You can see it coming step by step. But more than 2 people cannot stay inside. The other one stayed with the patient. They said, "Talk to me in office number 24, and she went. The church entered early. When she saw him, she said, "He is shaking until he faints." Gidio was beaten by many from his group. His mouth and nose were covered with oxygen. His hands were tied, and his eyes did not move. The laughter disappeared, and his lips were damaged. Those who admired the church did not see or care. His eyes were damaged. She held his hand tightly, trembling. Gidio did not give up the test. We entered the library. We said, "Why don't you get up? Let's go." Gidio said, "The lie will not deceive you." "Don't bother me," she said. Get up, get up." But he did not joke. Finally, the ambulance came and took him. The ambulance rushed to Jima General Hospital. The doctors, seeing Gidio's condition, referred him to AA Tekelheimanot General Hospital. They left Jima and entered AA Hospital. Gidio's mother, who had not been told until now, was calling and asking for her child. Although they were hesitant for many reasons, it was a matter of the heart.